So I know the summer is almost over, but whatever. I'm really still gonna give you guys my top 10 summer fragrances anyway. What's going on YouTube? I'm that cologne guy E, and this is Simply Put Scents. On this channel, I talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today. And simply put, my goal is to help you save time and money. So hit that subscribe button, guys. You will not regret it. I guess you could say this will also work for you guys out there who live in hot weather climates. So for those of you who live in parts of the world where it's hot more than it's not, this list will surely come in handy for you. I have a few surprises and I'm really curious to see how you guys react to them. But I really feel like there's a fragrance for everyone on this list, regardless of your taste. And I feel like there's a wide range of options that will have you smelling really refreshed on hot days. So let's get to it. From the house of rituals, Byzantin Bleu. Now, this will be a fragrance that fragrance enthusiasts will not be excited for, but if you're a guy who wants to smell great in hot weather and you don't want to spend a lot of money on the scent, this will be a really decent option, and it does check a lot of boxes. It's a really average quality fragrance, but I feel like it's really versatile in hot weather. It's really easy to wear, and it smells decent, it has decent performance, and it's a modern aquatic freshie. It's also a crowd pleaser that features juniper berry, pine, and watermint. All together, it comes across smelling a lot like a spicy watermelon, to be real. And I think that smells pretty good. Pretty good. You have to try it, guys. And I would describe this fragrance as fruity, basic, aquatic. From the house of Rasasi, Wisam Day. This fragrance really made me reevaluate how I looked at fragrances. And many people, including myself, consider it a great option or alternative to Silver Mountain Water by Creed. It's not as serious, you know? I feel like this also is a lot more dense, it's a lot more floral, and it's also a lot less formal than Silver Mountain Water. Honestly, Silver Mountain Water is a much better scent in terms of ingredients, quality, blend, that sort of thing. But Wisam Day definitely holds its own, and it's a lot more of a fun fragrance. It's not as smooth, okay, yes, it's nowhere near as smooth. But if you wore Wisam Day, you might get a lot better response from people than if you had worn Silver Mountain Water. I feel like Wisam Day is a much more people-friendly type of scent. Essentially though, it's a rose fragrance for the summertime, but it won't have you smelling like a urinal cake, I promise. I would describe this fragrance as fresh, musky, floral. Artisan Blue from Varvatos. Artisan Blue is a very simple masculine aquatic from a house really known for making dark fragrances that are very light than your typical dark fragrance. Along with Artisan Pure, Artisan Blue is definitely displaying that Varvatos is also quite capable of delivering masculine freshies as well. Artisan Blue is lighter than Artisan Pure with a lifespan of about 4 to 5 hours. It's a very classy fragrance for a designer scent, and to be honest with you, I would say that it would remind a lot of people of something Tom Ford or Aqua de Palma would make. Not in terms of the quality, but in terms of the style. The refreshing vibe of it, the aquatic nature of it, makes it perfect for hot weather. It can be a really great office scent also. But if you wore it outside and you plan to be outside for a while during the day, I would say you have to overspray this fragrance really strongly, or take it out with you with a decant. I would describe this fragrance as mineral, sparkling, and light. The next two fragrances might rub a lot of you the wrong way and trigger some of you, but I really don't care. I mean, it's about to be 2020, so this is the perfect time to think outside of the box. From the house of Hermes, Eau De Merveille Bleue. So guys, this fragrance is a very natural, misty, mineral smelling fragrance that's very transportive. When I smell Eau De Merveille Bleue, I think of bright blue water flowing underneath a sheet of ice. It's that visual when you smell it. It kind of comes across glacial somehow, making it a really great option for hot weather. It's breezy and it's one of the most refreshing fragrances on this list. This fragrance is very unisex despite being marketed as a female scent. It even gets a lot of hate from women on Fragrantica and other websites who review it because they find it a lot more of a masculine scent than a feminine scent. And guys, I would stand behind this with no problem. I could easily wear this fragrance without it compromising my masculinity. I would describe it as icy, earthy, transparent. The next fragrance is also a scent marketed to women.
I'm not listening to you, you're crazy.
But like Merveille Bleue, it's also a lot more of a handsome scent than a pretty one. From the house of Chanel, Chance Eau Fraiche. Okay, I know. So now before you guys just flip on me.
God damn it, are you with me?
Simmer down.
I want you to know one quick thing. If you sprayed Chance Eau Fraiche on yourself, few people would think it's a female scent, honestly. But with your masculine body chemistry with this fragrance, it will not smell like a fragrance that belongs in your women's collection, I promise. Chance Eau Fraiche is also a dewy, cool smell with crisp citron citruses greeting your nose in the opening. The dry down of Chance Eau Fraiche is slightly greener with vetiver, patchouli, clean musks, and woods holding down the scent. If this fragrance were in a different bottle in the men's section, I guarantee it would have been a top 10 summer scent in many videos by now on YouTube. I would describe this fragrance as clean, mineral, uplifting. From the house of Azarro Chrome Aqua. Bang. Chrome Aqua has been one of my main summer go-tos this year. I'm already kind of like almost halfway through the bottle and I find myself constantly reaching for it. It's not a fragrance I wear when I want to smell expensive. It's the scent I wear when I don't want to think about what to wear. And that's why I think I wear it so much. It has a decent longevity of about 6 hours on me with moderate projection. Chrome Aqua is perfectly named because it's both a blue and green fragrance. And it's really interesting how that works like that. It's an aquatic fragrance with a lot of green notes in the form of green apple, basil, mint, cypress, and vetiver. A lot of niche snobs would skip a fragrance like this as if it were bug spray. But to me, there are definitely moments for fragrances like this. Fragrances that are easy, simple, and mainstream. And that's how I would describe this fragrance. It's one of the better designer freshies made this year, in my opinion. The next fragrance from the house of Hermes, it's probably the lightest fragrance on this list. And it's not for everyone, but I recently rediscovered this fragrance and I feel like this legend of an orange scent really deserves more and more appreciation from me. So I wanted to put it on this list. From the house of Hermes, Concentre D'Orange Verte. This is the perfect white shirt fragrance for hot summer days. Some people will hate this scent just based on the performance alone because again, it's not too strong. And a lot of other people will find it a little stuffy. But to me, this fragrance is like a freshie made for royalty. It smells expensive. It's a cologne, so it's light on purpose. But the performance on me gets to a respectable 4 to 5 hours. But on really humid days, more like 3. It's zesty. It smells like zesty oranges on a bed of crushed basil inside a cedar box. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it smells like. But I feel like what's really the secret sauce of this composition, the patchouli. It's adding enough earthiness and enough depth and authenticity to the fragrance that makes it special. Simply put, if you really want to smell like money on a hot day, put this fragrance on. Again, it's not for everyone, but this is a modern legend when it comes to orange fragrances or fresh fragrances in general by designer brands. I would describe Concentre D'Orange Verte as upscale green orange. From the house of Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Intense. Light Blue Intense, dudes, is obnoxious as fuck. I don't care what anyone says, this fragrance will fill up a room if you're not careful. And a lot of guys aren't careful, so be careful when you wear this one. Trust me, 3 sprays the most. 4 sprays the most, that's all you need. It's masculine, and unlike a lot of fragrances with the word intense in it, it really lives up to the name. Again, this is a freshie that shouts fresh. It will stay on you on the hottest of days. Personally though, I prefer a lighter scent on a hot day, but for those of you who don't, you prefer those strong scents on hot days, this is a really decent option, and it's also very safe. It's not the most natural, and the opening is real chemical, but it's a really great example of a synthetic scent that works, in my opinion. I would describe it as aggressive, woody, chemical. The next fragrance has been my #1 scent for a long time, and it slipped one place on this year's list, but obviously I still love it. From the house of Hermes, Terre d'Hermes, Eau de Fraiche. Terre d'Hermes Eau de Fraiche, man, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. This fragrance, when you wear it, feels like a splash of cold water flavored with orange, lime, and lemon peels. It doesn't last too long, and it's definitely one of the priciest fragrances on this list, but to me, it's worth the price with no question. I finished the bottle last year, and I recently re-upped on it, but this time I got one of those 120 ml refill recharge bottles. You know, those bottles that come with the funnel attached instead of like the atomizer. This way though, I could really pour the fragrance into like those travel atomizers as opposed to spraying it. So now it doesn't matter if the fragrance lasts 4 hours on me if I need it for 8. You know, I just pull the atomizer out my pocket and spray. I think this fragrance will always be one of my top scents for the summer because honestly, I feel like it gets better as I get older. 3 words that I would use to describe Terre d'Hermes Eau de Fraiche: lively, fresh peels.
Final.
And the #1 summer or hot weather fragrance of 2019 from the house of Caron Pour Homme Sport. This fragrance was on my list last year, but nowhere near as high. But this year it won me over. I just kept reaching for it. Caron is known for being a brand for granddads, to be honest. This is no disrespect to people who appreciate this brand. They're definitely of a certain quality, a high quality. But honestly, the brand's best-selling scent, the original Caron Pour Homme, was released in 1934. I mean, just think about that. This fragrance is a flanker or a remix of a scent that's 85 years old. It also doesn't help that Caron fragrances are typically found in places that cater to older people. It's one of a few brands that you can find in a drugstore, as well as Bergdorf Goodman or Harrods. Regardless, I really grew to dig the sport version. The original Pour Homme smelled like an old barbershop, and it used a lot of vanilla. This version leaves that barbershop smell, that classic scent behind. It also ditches the vanilla note and adopts a lot more of a bright, citrusy, sorbet-like smell. It has also a lot of ginger, which cools the fragrance down a lot. It's bright, really chilly and sparkling. This is a scent that's modern while maintaining Caron's quality identity. So guys, that's it. Those are my top 10 summer fragrances or scents for hot weather. And I really hope you dug it. Let me know what you think about this list, guys. Comment down in the comment section. Let me know the fragrances that you've been wearing this summer in the heat. I'm really curious to know, guys. Like this video again if you appreciated it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I would definitely appreciate your support. I'm working on my fall list and I'm really excited about that. And thank you so much for sticking with me and bearing with me. I know I haven't been putting out a lot of content lately, but I really appreciate you guys for supporting and watching the videos when I put them out. And yeah, guys, thank you so much again. I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm Simply OUT. Peace.
And you know what else? Screw you guys. I'm going home. Screw you guys. Home.